What's going on, everybody? Atomic here, bringing you back to another tutorial. So, I could not get my video out on Tuesday, which this episode should be going out. I still had a lot of material, so just kind of giving y'all the heads up. So what we're going to be doing today is building a automatic concrete maker. Well, mostly automatic. So the materials you're going to need is 6 buckets of water, 3 sticky pistons, 1 wall, doesn't matter what kind, just a wall, 1 detector rail, 5 furnaces, 5 glass, 3 stacks of building material, 1 minecart, 1 TNT, 12 pistons, 1 redstone torch, 10 repeaters, 33 redstone dust, 1 coral fan, can be alive when you place it, but it'll die off, redstone dust, and your slime blocks. You'll also need approximately 11 pieces of obsidian, but I brought over 9 more to make it 20 just to be safe. And of course you'll need your concrete powder to be able to do this. So let me go ahead and grab this material and get started. All right, guys, so once you have your materials, you're going to want to start with your building block. Now, just to know, if you do this inside, you need quite a bit of room. I tried doing it on my Let's Play, and yeah, it was a bit difficult. So you want to go 17 blocks up for this build. Okay, once you get to your 17th block, you're going to go ahead and place a redstone torch. Whichever side you want your redstone torch, doesn't really matter. I'll kind of explain what's going on. Now, the reason we went up 17 blocks high is that's going to basically make it to where we don't have any TNT explode the ground once we get the build going. So anyways, go ahead and place your redstone torch right here. You're going to go ahead and place a block directly on top of that redstone torch, like so. Next, what you're going to want to do, come over here and get a block just like that. So redstone torch, block on top of it, and then a step down. Next, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and come right here, just to kind of show you. Redstone's right there. You're going to make a flat line and go up by 1 and go ahead and delete that block out from underneath there. All right, so next what you're going to go ahead and do is grab your normal pistons, and you're going to go ahead and go to the block directly above the redstone torch, so this block right here, and you're going to go ahead and place a hopper going directly into your building block right here. After you do that, you want to try to place a hopper, it's been a long day. You want to place a piston right here on top of that. So you have a piston that's getting powered like that, and then you have a piston that is going like that. Now what this actually does is it will kind of zero tick in a way, and that's why we make that cycle. Anyways, what you're going to want to do next is go ahead and grab your redstone dust, and you're going to want to put it on this block right here. Now if you do this correctly, what should happen is it should push this out just like so. So now if everything worked properly for y'all, it should basically be like a 0 tick pusher all the way out. So see? Now I'm gonna go ahead and just break off some blocks real quick and set this to clear. All right, so now the next thing you're gonna wanna do is right here to where we can add everything on. You want to get it approximately about 3 blocks out, just like this, and go ahead and let's get these out. So it should look like this, and try to go on this side of this hopper right here. So pretty much go on the opposite side of the redstone dust. All right, so what you're going to want to do now is go ahead and grab some of your glass. Now with this glass, you're going to come over here and kind of make like a little water collection area, because this is where your water is going to go to make all of your powder turn into actual concrete. So make your little area like this, and then we're going to go underneath it a little bit, and we're going to make it to where nothing can get out, just like so. Now once you do these 3 right here and it's covering basically where you can put water in there, go ahead and bring it out 1 more where it's 4, so it's kind of right there, almost flush with this redstone torch, but not overlapping this block. And go ahead and bring this out by 1 more. So you have your line that we put out, which is 3, and you have your little water trough type area. And then underneath it, directly underneath it, you have a 2x4 area. All right, so now that you're back up here, let's just go ahead and make this just like this. That way we have a little bit more walking room. All right, so when we get all of this looking good, we want to come right underneath here. What we're gonna do, pretty much flush with this torch right here, you can pretty much click on it. We wanna put a block right here. That way, when you're placing your concrete powder, it doesn't fall through or mess up. It just literally keeps sending it over and over and over. Place this block right here. All right, so what you wanna do now is go ahead and grab, wow, I didn't grab my concrete powder. You wanna go ahead and grab your concrete powder. We're going to use purple on this one. Go ahead and grab that, and let's go ahead and run this through just a little bit. See, no water. Now, what we wanna do is go ahead and add that back in there and add your water. Now it should work how it wants to. That's basically why we need all of this to catch properly. So you see, so let's go ahead and move these out now and go, whoop. We want to go out one more. So from this block right here, you want a 1 block gap right here. So basically you have your glass, then you have concrete, and then the next one, you want to go ahead and grab your normal pistons. So the easiest way to kind of do this for me, because it's kind of hard to get a piston face down, is go ahead and go up 2, break that bottom one, and go down. Now that's how we basically want to do that. So it's going to be up and then down. So one's facing down, one's facing up. And we want to do this approximately 4 blocks that way total. So we're going to 1 down, down, down. So that's a total of 4. And then we want to do the same thing just like this. So to kind of show y'all, you have the glass, skip a block, then you go to your pistons, and all the bottom row is facing down, all the top row is facing up. All right, so now we are on to the next part. So what you want to do is, I did honestly forget one thing. You will need approximately 4 or 5 comparators. Grab your building block, and you want to basically down step right here at the very edge. So you have your concrete, and you want to down step right here. Now we're going to bring this over a total of 4 blocks to match this. Now this was a MumboJumbo design, and he did the furnace trick and everything. I'll kind of show you how to get this to working. It stopped working due to the signal strength and everything on his, but it is working now. So I'll go ahead and show you how to make that work. So what you want to do is go ahead and take your furnaces. Remember how I said 5? We're going to go ahead and do 4 right now. So we're going to use 4 of those furnaces. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just like that. Should line up perfectly with all of your your pistons. Next, you want to go ahead and take your comparator, that one that I totally forgot to tell y'all. I'll try to add it in. And you want to go ahead and run the comparator into that way. So see the arrow? Just run it all the way down just like that. All right, so once you have your comparators in, you're going to want to pretty much bring the signal over, and you want it to basically activate all of these. What we're wanting it to do is single firing pistons, and this is basically the best way to do that. So if you come underneath here and down step again off of your concrete, just like that, and make a 2 long path all the way down. Then you want to go ahead and make an up step right here where it looks about like this, right? Once you get an up step, then you're going to have to take either your slabs, putting them on the top part, or you can use glass, which we're going to be using glass in this one, and you're going to up step again, but going back towards the pistons. So 2, up step, and then up step again back towards the pistons. Make your line all the way across, then take your normal building block, upstep it to where it is even with the top of the pistons, all the way across just like that. So this is what it looks like. You have a gap in between all of this. Your concrete should be right here. 2 blocks up, over, over. All right, so once you have everything looking like this, you're gonna go ahead and grab your redstone dust. Now, the tricky part is actually getting in here. Can we? Yeah, we can. You want to fill up this entire middle area where the glass is. You want to fill it all in with redstone dust. Once you fill it in with redstone dust, you want to go to your step up, redstone dust, all the way up, and just every single block on this side with redstone dust. Shouldn't be too hard, but that's what it looks like. All right, so the next part, this is something I did not add in there because this is something that y'all can choose to put in there. We're going to use dirt, but you will need 4 stacks, like 54. So like 4 54 stacks to be able to put in here. See, this is basically what was going on with Mumbo's thing, is the signal strength over there to come up here. Basically, you go in here and you place 54 in the top part of the furnace. So we put the 54 in all top parts of this furnace all the way across. And now, if we have done this correctly, we'll get that little noise right there because it's dropping that down. These should fire singly, the pistons, all the way across. So let's go ahead and try this out and see if this actually works. All right, so we can literally just hold this and it should be able to work. I'm gonna try to angle it so y'all can see this. See, it went to the second one, it went again, and we're gonna go to the fourth one right there. So see, everything is working just fine how we wanted it. So that right there creates the signal strength to be able to go over there properly. All right, so what you're gonna wanna do next, you wanna go ahead and grab your slime block, go ahead and grab your building block, your coral fan, and let me see. We're gonna go ahead and grab our wall and our minecart. Once you get everything, you want to shift click directly right there and make like a little L. All right, off that little L, you want to come out and then basically make another L just like that, and then delete that. So it should be an L, come out, and then another L just like that. Next, what you're going to want to do, come down to these building blocks directly underneath the furnace, skip the first one, go to the second one, and then you want to come out 2 blocks, remove the middle, and then go up 1, so 1, 2, and 3. So you have now 2 little L shapes like that, then a block in between, just like this, like an air gap, and then a 2x3. All right, so now that we have everything built like this, we're gonna go ahead and grab our coral. We wanna go ahead and place our coral on this last slime block right here. We're gonna go ahead and grab the TNT and we're gonna place it right beside the coral, just like that. On top of the TNT, you wanna go ahead and place your wall, okay? So now on this part of the L, so it's the first part of the L, put your detector rail, just like that. We're gonna go ahead and grab our minecart, place the minecart directly on top of the detector rail. All right. Then from this slime block, the top piece right here, you're gonna go out. We're gonna use the slime. We're gonna go out 1, then 2. Break the middle one, just like that. So you have a floating slime right there. And then let's go ahead and grab our sticky piston and place the sticky piston going into this slime block right here, just like so. All right, so once you get everything looking like this, we are now going to go ahead and try this out. So we're gonna go ahead and grab our lever and we're gonna go ahead and place it on the slime block right here to be able to activate this piston right here. So let's click our lever. Now, it didn't go off, that's what we want. It's basically like priming it. Then you come over here, click it again, and then click it one more time and it should go off. Just like that. All right, so that's actually looking good. So we're gonna pull it back and push it again, just double checking it. It is a TNT duplicator right here. I mean, that shouldn't be too big of an issue. It kind of helps people out, especially on these. These are bigger builds, and having a lot of TNT to be able to mine all this, it gets a little overwhelming. Anyways, let's go ahead and underneath this right here, we're going to drop it down just like that. Now, the reason I went directly underneath this sticky piston, or this, wow, slime block right here is because now we are going to remove this slime block. You want to keep your lever, but you want to remove this slime block. Keep the lever, meaning keep it in your inventory because you will need it later. All right, so here's your sticky piston. It's a down step into your building block. Now, directly underneath this block, you're going to want to put a block here and down step into this, just like that. All right. Coming back up to this block right here, you're going to come out. All right, now that we have everything like this, what we're going to do is we're going to come underneath here one more time, build a step down, just like so. When we build that step down, we want to come back 3 blocks total. So that's 1, 2, and that's 3. Next, you're going to go ahead and build on this block. So the very outside edge, you have the TNT right there. We want to go on the opposite side of the TNT. You're going to go ahead and make a step up right here. All right, next what you're going to want to do is go ahead and grab your redstone torch again. We're going to go ahead and place it on this block right here that we just added. We're going to go ahead and put our lever back here for right now. That way we can turn this off so we don't get no craziness going on. We're going to grab our repeaters. And what we're going to do is right here beside the torch, we're going to make that little arrow go that way. Okay, so you have the torch right here. Come out of the torch that way. We're going to go just like that. Okay. Then you're going to grab your redstone dust. We're going to go ahead and make a line right here. Then we're going to take our repeaters and bring the arrow back into that block right there. Just like that. All right, so next, what you're going to want to do is once you get all of that looking pretty nice and looking good and everything, you want to go ahead and go to, I'm going to assume this repeater right here, and go ahead and put it on a 4 tick. Now again, 4 tick, that means that's 1 tick, 2 ticks, 3 ticks, and 4 ticks. This is the side where the redstone torch is right here. So we're going to put this very last one at 4 ticks. Then we're going to come over here and put this one at 4 ticks and that one at 4 ticks. Just like that. Now, what that's going to do is it's going to create a signal, allowing it to keep dropping just like so. See how that's just going? We're going to turn that off because we don't want it to be annoying. All right, so once you have all of that looking pretty nice, you're going to go ahead and come back down to this little tower thingy that I had built earlier. So you're going to want to come out 2 blocks, okay? You're going to want to take out the center blocks right here. These center blocks is where we're going to put our sticky pistons. Very bottom, if you know where we are. So we're going to put our sticky pistons just like so. All right, once you get that, we're going to go ahead and grab our redstone dust, and we're going to put it on the back side of these sticky pistons on right here. Again, you're going to come out 1 more and 1 more. We're going to go ahead and go the opposite direction. So here's this. We want to take our repeater and we want it to go that way. Just like so. Okay. Once you get your repeater in, you're going to have 1 block right here. So basically this repeater is going directly into a block like that. Next, what you're going to want to do is you're going to go ahead and bring this out right here where that redstone dust is. You're going to bring it out 1 block like that. Okay. We're going to bring it out another block right here where this repeater is on this 3rd block back. So here's this one, 1, 2, 3. Repeater is counting 1. So 1, 2, 3. You're going to come up 1 right here. All right. So where you come up right here. All right. So then this block where the redstone is going, you want to place 1 more block right here, kind of making this L. Here's the redstone. kind of making this L. Once you get that one in, you're going to go ahead and do a step up right here from that L. Step up. All right, so you have this step up. Boom, boom. Next, you're going to come off of this step right here and go right here. So it should go this block, 1, 2, step, step, and then step. Nothing on this one, nothing here. All right, I'll kind of take a step back and let y'all look at this for a couple seconds. All right, so if you're still following along from here, I know this is a lot. We've got a little bit more redstone to go. All right, so we're going to put another redstone dust right here. Back in here, we're going to place our repeater, but we want another repeater going into this brick right here. Just like that. Now, while we're back here, we're going to go ahead and place this on 4 ticks all the way back. All right, next, we're going to go ahead and place this one on 4 ticks, facing into this one, and this one right here on tick 2. All right, so it should be 4, 4, 2. All right, next, you're going to go ahead and place a piece of redstone dust right here, just like that. Once you get that going, we're going to go ahead and place a block like that. So I just kind of found the hitbox of the redstone and covered it up just like so. So now this is what we're looking like. All right, so then what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and place another piece of redstone dust right here, and then we're going to take another repeater and put it facing that way right here. So if you're following me, that's kind of what it looks like in there, into that. All right, so next what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to come right down in here. All right, so off of this block right here, we're going to go ahead and place a block here, and then we're going to come out 1 block right there. So to kind of show you, this is where that redstone that we squeezed in there, we're going to basically come out 1 and out 1. Just like that. So once you get it right there, you can go ahead and take this block back out. We just needed this space right here, and we're going to throw another piece of redstone right there. So if you're looking at it from this angle, you have this redstone and then nothing right there. Now, if you have done everything correctly, well, if I've done everything correctly, I'm just kidding. We're going to come over here and we're going to go ahead and click this lever right here. Now this clock should work perfectly, and with all this extra stuff, what it should do is it should come over here and prime it and hold it while it's still hot, and then basically the clock is going to work in our favor to where it just drops right where we need it to, and then it explodes it, all of this stuff right here. So let's go ahead and see. We're going to go ahead and click this. Our clock's working. See how it's holding it right here, and then it drops, and then see how all that fell. So yeah, it's looking good. So we're going to go ahead and shut this off. Just like that. So next, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to come over here. So we know that this is where we want to put this at right here. I'm going to run this a couple of times. That way we can get the exact distance that we need. Okay, so now we have it fully set. So when you keep going, basically this is an overflow. Anyway, so what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to drop right down in here, and you're going to want to build a platform. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go down from the very bottom right here. This is as far as it can go down. We're going to drop down 1 and 2 right there. Now we know that this is the very end of the piston right here, so we're going to bring it down. So that's 4. I want to make sure that everything looks good, so I'm going to bring it, we need to make it sure it's a total of 9. All right, so we have our 4, and then we're going to go 5, 6, 7, and then we're going to come up 2 right here. This collection system, it should be pretty easy. So we're going to go, like I was saying, 2 in front of the concrete right here, and 3 in the backside. All right, so it should be a 9 by 5. So we're going to go 1, 2, and 1, 2. However, you don't want to fill in all of this middle. I'm just kind of showing y'all, so don't Don't fill all this in just yet. I'm just kind of showing you what it's going to look like. All right, so when you have your little area right here, we're going to look where the TNT drops. The TNT is dropping right here. So what we're going to do is I want all of my stuff to go on that side. So the reason I was saying don't fill all of these in just yet, we're going to go ahead and come out 4 blocks right here. We're going to make these all hoppers right along here. Okay, so what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to grab our obsidian, and we are going to grab, wow, I didn't even grab hoppers and our chest. All right, so you're going to grab your obsidian for the next part of the build. You're going to go ahead and grab your chest and your hopper. So when you pick your area that you want this to come to, okay, I want my collection to be on the opposite end of where the TNT is dropping. So I'm coming to the very back end right here. We're going to come off this block because we came out one more. We're going to come out just like this, and we're going to make a 4 long chest just like that. Next, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and take your hoppers and go ahead and run it in there. So how this should look now is you made your 4 wide back there. We're going to go ahead and take all of this right here and make this all of our hoppers just like that. Now if you look, the TNT should drop right before the hopper. All right, so here's the area that you can go ahead and keep. Like, you can go ahead and add this in. You just really want to make your, let's see, 1 2 3 4 by 1 2 3 4 5, and then add the extra roll. So your 4 by 5, and then add the rest of this in right here. What you're going to want to do after that, go ahead and grab you a temporary block, place it right here, and run you a line of obsidian all the way down just like so. Now if you have trust issues like I do, you can run obsidian all the way around this, or you can pretty much cover this side with obsidian just like that. So you can cover that side where the TNT drops. The TNT is going to be landing on the obsidian, so the obsidian will not explode. So run it over here where your TNT is dropping, and go ahead and give you a little bit more protection. Run it towards the front, and then we're going to run that one right there. So what you can do now is go ahead and kind of square it all off. Now you don't have to cover this up right here, but we're going to, because it looks better and not so tacky. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. This is just irritating me. You don't have to do that. If you remove this, just make sure you do not remove the one with the redstone torch. So once you've got your obsidian in place, your hoppers in place, and you kind of a little caged in, you're going to go ahead and take your water buckets, and you're going to place it at the very back here where the obsidian is. All right, so now that should push everything to right here. This one right here is not necessarily needed, but I do that for extra backup in case all these hoppers are full. It might push, I don't know, but it looks better like that. So once that's done, you can come up here and you can build you a little walkway if you need to, just like this, over to this lever right here. So I'll kind of show you. This can be any type of walkway as long as you're not interfering with any of your redstone or any of the mechanics on this. Come over here, we're going to build us a nice little walkway. That way we can turn this bad boy on, and we should be able to reach it just like that. Let's go ahead and clear our inventory. We're going to go ahead and grab some concrete and show you how this thing works. All right, so we're going to get a different color. Y'all know there's nothing in that chest. All right, so we're going to turn it on. Now there should be purple coming out. It's going to drop. You see how that exploded right there? That's why I have issues on trusting it. So we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of obsidian there. All right, see how it's still exploding that? Everything's looking good. So now we're going to run our pink concrete, and it should work just fine. I'm gonna run this for a couple seconds. I'll kind of speed this up for like a little time lapse so y'all can see it. Alright, so once you finish running that, like I said, I was going to speed this up a little bit. We're going to run back here. We're going to turn this off because this is very obnoxious. You will have like buildup right here, but that's completely fine. Now, if you look, we have one pressed out over here. That means that it got pushed and it just wasn't working properly, but usually you won't have that much buildup. If you ever have that issue, you can always run your walkway over here and be able to remove that. So now, if this was done correctly and the collection is working, boom, we're getting it. And we got some in there. Is there any over here? Yep, and that was from the cobble that broke there. So that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this episode. If y'all have any questions, concerns, leave it down in the comments. If you liked it, be sure to leave a thumbs up. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Until next time, I will see y'all later.